Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports. I'm Charlie McGraw. We're here at Mamaroneck High School for Class A semifinals as the Mamaroneck Tigers get set to host the number 4 Suffern Mounties. Mamaroneck is led by the Side Twins. They only lost once all season long, and Suffern lost to Mamaroneck 8-0 earlier in the year. So when we get back, we'll have the opening hit here on LMC Varsity Sports.
Starting for the Suffern Mounties, junior, number 18, Alyssa Conklin. Senior, number 3, Emily Conklin. Sophomore, number 7, Katie Gannon. Junior, number 22, Riley Millett. Senior, number 25, Kat Martinelli. Senior, number 1, Captain Amy McNally. Senior, number 23, Sydney Padilla. Senior, number 5, Captain Sydney Rondina. Sophomore, 99, Alyssa Sanchez. Junior, number 21, Carly Shapiro. Junior, number 24, Elizabeth Trojan. The Mounties are coached by Coach Soma, Coach Paparanza, and Coach Rondina. For the Mamaroneck Tigers, goalie, number 0, Jamie Schiff. Senior, midfield, captain, number 2, Kimmy Schiaparelli. Senior, defense, number 3, Anna Roebling. Senior defense, number 5, Captain Sophie Depon. Junior midfield, number 6, Gracie Fitzgerald. Junior attack, number 7, Elizabeth Clark. Senior midfield, number 8, Captain Heather Gardner. Senior defense, number 14, Greer Thielander. Junior defense, number 17, Katie Cotter. Senior attack, number 20, Captain Karen Side. Senior attack, number 21, Captain Elizabeth Side. The officials for today's game are Peter Vaccaro and Tom Pelicano.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Charlie McGraw alongside cameraman Rob Moretti, Seth Rothman, and Kevin Duarte. We're just underway here in the Class A semifinals. Number 1 Mamaroneck hosting number 4 Suffern. Second game we've done today. Rhinebeck lost 2-0 to Pauling at Rhinebeck, and then we're doing this game as well. We followed up as that was the first game on LMC Varsity Sports today. So a double header here tonight for LMC Varsity Sports, and a double playoff semifinal field hockey as the first long corner of the game is won by Suffern. In goal for them will be the sophomore Alyssa Sanchez and Jamie Schiff, as the usual starting goalie will be in for Mamaroneck and Suffern. Rare Mamaroneck, first game we've done this year where they were defending to start the game. Even though Suffern started with the ball, Suffern now has a penalty corner and a corner. Mamaroneck usually is the team who starts with their offense in gear first. And that one will be played, and it'll go towards the box. An early goal for Suffern. High stick, though, called, and the goal will not count. And high stick, it would look like Liz Trojan put it home, but the official called a high stick, and Mamaroneck would have been in a rare position. They haven't given up a first half goal all season. They gave up 3 goals the whole year, 1 in a loss against Lakeland, and then 1 in a win 6-1 against Darien, 3rd-ranked team in Connecticut, and they also beat Rye 6-1. So the only goals they've given up, and I think they were all second half late goals. But the goal did not count as the official waved it off. As Kimmy Chaparelli hits it towards the circle. Penalty corner won by Mamaroneck, and they will take it here 2 minutes, 10 seconds into the game. Winner of this game will play the winner of Mayapack and Greeley, number 2 Mayapack. That's stopped by the defense and Carly Shapiro, and she'll clear it out. Free hit coming for the Tigers. And actually, excuse me, it'll be another penalty corner. They're coached by Gabby Soma and Ed Provenzana is Suffern, and the legendary John Savage and assistant Tricia Miller, whose daughter we just saw play for Ryeneck, leads Mamaroneck. Side shot is wide, as that was Karen's side. Karen and Ellie's side, the twin duo for Mamaroneck, but that was played, DePon played it to side, and Karen's side put it wide. And since there was a legal play, there haven't, where the goal didn't count, that does not count as a shot on goal. So neither team has a shot on goal. 3:20 into this one. Kimmy Chaparelli plays it to Ellie's side. Ellie's side wins a free hit, foul on Amy McNally, and she'll play it towards the box, and a kick save, first of the game for either goalie, and that one goes to Alyssa Sanchez from Suffern. And that one will not reach Sanchez, but it is put back in. And now Suffern can clear it. And Suffern, a totally different team than the team that lost to Mamaroneck 8-0 first game of the year. That was on all the way back on September 3rd. Today is November 4th, so that was 2 months and a day ago that Mamaroneck beat Suffern 8-0 here at Mamaroneck. But Suffern had the ball to start the game, nearly scored as it was called back on a high stick, and that one will go in front, and that one will be scored. The side sisters hook up for another goal as it goes Ellie's side to Karen's side, and about the 20th time they've done it this year, and it's 1-0 Mamaroneck. So Karen's side scores, assisted by Ellie's side, and Mamaroneck leads 1-0, 4 minutes and 10 seconds into. Looked like it was an early goal by Liz Trojan, but she was called for an illegal high stick right away by the official, and it'll go out for a hit here. And Suffern pushes it right off that hit after the first goal. Side twins will both play in Division I field hockey next year. Senior twins, but they won't go to the same school. Karen is going to Penn. I'm not sure where Ellie's going. Maybe, well, definitely, if they play well like they usually do, guarantee we'll interview them again, as it's a good interview. Hopefully Seth Rothman will, I'm sure we'll have good lighting over there. So the lighting is not good by Seth Rothman, but he'll find good lighting. As that one will be pushed ahead by the Mounties, but it'll go out. Riley Mallet looking for Liz Trojan but hit it out, and Kimmy Chaparelli will play it up here, and she will smack it as she told us when I interviewed her after the last game, the win 6-0 against Ossining in the second round, which was actually their first playoff game. Lizzie Clark with the shot, goes off a Mountie defender and over the goal for a long corner. She told me that her long and hard hit comes from her softball swing. It's a very interesting fact there. She'll play softball at Iona College next year. Will Kimmy Chaparelli. And that one will be played to Dapon. Sophie Dapon, one of 5 captains from Mamaroneck. Only 2, Sydney Rondina and Amy McNally from Suffern, compared to the 5, Kimmy Chaparelli, Sophie Dapon, Heather Gardner, and the side twins, Karen and Ellie. As they have it there, do the side twins, and a save. It got between the legs of Suffern goalie Alyssa Sanchez, but then she made the kick save, and she's got 3 early saves, and Mamaroneck still leads 1-0, 6.5 gone by in the first half. Suffern looking to get the ball in Mamaroneck's half, and they will now, as Katie Gannon played it forward, the sophomore. Suffern and Mamaroneck both have large roster sizes. As that one was dribbled on the stick there of Alyssa Conklin. And it's out of the reach of Ellie's side for a free hit for Suffern. 23 to go in this first half. First goal scored 2.5 minutes ago. Ellie's side found twin Karen's side. As we've seen them connect for many goals on the year. And that one goes to, played by Karen's side, to Lizzie Clark, who lost it out for a free hit for Suffern. And Suffern will play it forward. As the Mounties win a free hit and they'll play it forward now. Still have a chance here, and it'll be stopped by the last defender from Mamaroneck. That was Katie Cotter. As they had a chance there, did Sydney Padilla and Liz Trojan. That's Riley Mallett, Jr., bringing it forward for Suffern, intercepted by Dapon, and Suffern will bring it up with as it'll go. Played up by Sydney Padilla. Looking for Liz Trojan, who looked like had the first goal of the game, but was called off because of a high stick by her. Kimmy Chaparelli showed the softball swinging here. She can hit it forward, and she does to the 30-yard line. 30-yard line. Brought up now by side. Karen's side. Kimmy Chaparelli passes it forward, and it will go stay in, saved there by Suffern, as it'll be free hit. Coach John Savage makes an early sub. Looks like Gracie Fitzgerald checks into the game. Free hit coming for Suffern. The lights here at Mamaroneck's awfully tough to see the numbers of some of the players. So the lights are just, from the view from the grandstand, the bleachers, it looks, the lights are very, not that strong. New lights, they were added 4 years ago, after when the field was made from turf to dirt. And I mean, lights are pretty decent, just from, at least, I mean, when you're on the field, they're good, but from the bleachers, they don't look that, they're not as strong. It's sometimes tough to see the players' numbers, as it'll be a foul on Mamaroneck. Yeah, Gracie Fitzgerald did come in the game and she played that one. That one will go forward. Liz Trojan has it here. She'll play it to, she played it to Sydney Rondina. As it'll be played up and intercepted by Suffern's Sydney Padilla. Played and battled for there. Alyssa Conklin came away with it. Clark got it back and free hit one there, and they'll make ball move back. Yes, it'll be moved back now for Karen's side as 11 minutes 15 seconds gone by in this one. Still 1-0. Early goal, 4 minutes in. Karen's side from Ellie's side. Play to Kimmy Chaparelli outside the box, redirected there and out off of Lizzie Clark. But it'll go off. It'll be a long corner coming. As Suffern will make a sub on the fly, as many coaches do in field hockey. Taylor Modica will come in.
Come on, let's go.
Intercepted by Liz Trojan.
Nice.
Trojan lifts it forward and she'll still have it now. She'll play it to Sydney Rondina, who switches the field, intercepted there and played up looking for Ellie's side, but Sydney Padilla intercepted a long pass, play to Liz Trojan, and a shot on goal for Trojan. First save of the game for Schiff. Jamie Schiff with a save. And Padilla plays it forward. And it'll go towards the...
let's go.
Katie Gannon wins a free hit. And it'll be Suffern looking to tie the game here. Gonna get it in the circle, but Mamaroneck's defense push it back out and intercepted there by Kimmy Chaparelli. And that one will be ripped ahead by Chaparelli into the box. That is Lizzie Clark. Clark with the opposite kind of hit, redirected, and a save there made by Alyssa Sanchez. She's got 4 saves now. Free hit though, foul against Suffern. And 16-15 remaining first half. Class A semifinal under the lights. Mamaroneck winner plays Mayapack or Horace Greeley, who are playing right now as well under the lights in Mayapack. Free hit coming, penalty corner coming for Mamaroneck. They'll get the play from John Savage, and with all the noise, he'll really have to scream, but for him, that's no problem. And it'll be a free hit coming, as he has a very loud voice, let me clarify. And it'll be a free hit coming for the Tigers. Side will play it to Depon. Depon to Kimmy Chaparelli, and it'll be knocked away from Chaparelli and picked up by Gracie Fitzgerald. No, it's a foul against Suffern, so free hit coming. Fitzgerald plays it to the box, the Karen side, stolen by the Mounties, and a foul. Penalty corner for Mamaroneck. 15, almost, we are now midway through the first half. 1-0. At this point last week, Mamaroneck was already up 3-0 against Ossining. That one will be played out to his side, and a rip, and just wide, it hit the post as it was saved by Sanchez. Clark got it back off the post, and it will go in. As that one was scored as it looked like it was, yeah, it was put in there by Heather Gardner. So Gardner gets the goal, assisted by Lizzie Clark, and it is 2-0, 14:30 to go in the first half. So Heather Gardner, captain, scored it, and it was very tough to tell who would put it in, but she actually, like the bench wanted to know who put it in, and she like waved. So she was right there along with Clark, but Clark must have passed it to her, and yeah. And also an assist, I think the initial shot was taken by Karen's side. So she has a goal and an assist. And it is 2-0 now with 14 minutes to go in the first half. Ellie's side will bring it forward. And so it'll be played by the Tigers. Stop there. And a foul on Brianna Witt. She fouled side. Depon, the official, makes her re-spot it. Depon flicks one toward the circle out for a free hit for Suffern. 13:10 to go. First half, 2-0. As Heather Gardner, co-captain, scored her first playoff goal of the year, assisted by Lizzie Clark. Karen Side scored the first one of the game 4 minutes in. That one in the circle, cleared by Suffern. And let's see if they can start their offense as it'll be played forward. And Liz Trojan will have a free hit. Looked like she had scored a minute into the game. It would have been a great start for Suffern, but a high stick on her was called by the official. And not much argument from the Suffern bench or from her, so must have been obvious to them. Or realized she was guilty of the foul. As it'll be brought up now by Suffern, and Karen Side plays it forward, looking for Gracie Fitzgerald. Suffern has it. Sydney Padilla plays it wide with Taylor Modica. And it'll be a free hit, the 40-yard line, as Coach John Savage gives out instructions to Kimmy Chaparelli. It'll be played forward by Mamaroneck. Karen's side has it. And it'll be played towards the box. Chaparelli, a foul was called though before against Mamaroneck, so that shot does not count. Timeout, Suffern. So 2-0, 11:17 to go, first half. We'll be right back here at Mamaroneck High School on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the timeout by Coach Gabby Soma. Suffern has the ball and quickly gets another free hit at their own 45-yard line. The football yard lines are definitely relevant in field hockey, as the goal is on the goal line is where the goals are. In field hockey, on the football goal lines. That's where the front of them are, so legal hit there. The official changes his call. Mamaroneck will get it. It looked like he called the foul against Chaparelli, but he called it against Suffern's Riley Mallett. Intercepted by Suffern. And Amy McNally. Intercepted by Depon. Brought up by Kimmy Chaparelli. and she will hit it forward to side. That was Ellie's side to Karen's side. Karen's side. And that one will not count. Yeah, it was outside the circle. So the side twins can't connect for that one. And I, like the entire Mamaroneck crowd, was fooled, as that one will be kicked away by Sanchez, save number 6 for her. And it'll be, as that last one, Ellie's side play to Karen's side, was 5 yards outside the circle, so it did not count. So it's still 2-0 now. 9:30 to go.
That's right. Could be worse. I was 6-0 today. No, I had my own.
And that one will be played towards side, Karen's side. Should bring it into the circle, and it'll be a penalty corner for the Tigers and Ellie's side. And that one will be played to side, redirected and scored there by Mamaroneck. Assist to Karen's side. And it looked like it was scored by Suffern will bring it forward down 3. Karen's side gets another assist, and that goal looks like was scored again by Gardner, so she's got 2 goals.
Here we go, Tigers!
So it looked like she redirected it.
Nice, go get it, Blue!
And that one will be played by Suffern. And they'll play it forward towards the circle as they look to get on the board here. 8 minutes to go in the first, 3-0. 2 goals by Heather Gardner, goal and an assist from a goal and 2 assists from Karen's side. Ellie's side has an assist, as well as Lizzie Clark. 1 save for Jamie Schiff, 8 saves for Alyssa Sanchez for Suffern. And that one went out, so no save there. Schiff long corner coming for Suffern. That'll be a long corner number 2 for Suffern. Actually, their 3rd one, but 2nd in a row. Stolen right away by Mamaroneck. Went out. Suffern ball. Suffern doesn't even seem to realize that now they'll get a ball and play it forward.
Here we go!
So they played it further back than it looked like it was, but official didn't change it. Intercepted by Mamaroneck. Side brings it up. So that's Karen. Side. And that one will be brought up by the Mountie. It was foul on the Mountie, excuse me. It'll be Mamaroneck. As that one was played from DePon out of the reach of Chaparelli, and a free hit for Suffern. 6:20 to go here in the first half. Mamaroneck up 3-0. Stolen there by Gracie Fitzgerald. As they will have it, and it'll be out for a free hit for Suffern, as Athletic Director Barry Solman gives Rob Moretti a wave. Barry was the announced the pregame announcements rosters. Did a very good job today. Penalty corner, excuse me, coming for Ellie's side. Plays it, Karen's side, plays it to Pond. Suffern had it for a sec, inside, kicked away, saved by Sanchez, number 9. And that one will be hit up by Suffern. And now they'll bring it forward. Will Mamaroneck, Gracie Fitzgerald loses it to Sydney Padilla. Padilla gets a free hit, 4:40 to go. Suffern looking to cut the deficit to 2 with a late first half goal. Mamaroneck looking to add to their lead, and the Tigers will not find Lizzie Clark there, and it'll go out for a free hit. At Suffern, first round they beat Clarkstown South 2-1 at Suffern, and then they hosted Carmel, who they beat 4-0. Mamaroneck had a bye in the first round, and they beat Ossining 6-0 in their quarterfinal last Thursday after not playing for a week and a half. But Coach John Savage told us, even though they hadn't played for a week and a half, they also they scrimmaged some good teams like Rag Country Day, who I think just won like a private school championship or was in the finals. So they're a real good team. So I was able to keep the team fresh and also keep them in the field, playing field hockey, getting repetitions by playing in a scrimmage. So a free hit coming for the Mounties now, as they'll have 3:40 left in the first half. And that one will go towards the goal and just wide. Does it look like it may have just been deflected? Long corner coming. That one was taken outside the circle, but Kyla Murphy and Liz Trojan deflected it, but it went wide. So it looked like that would have counted, but you have to be in the circle when you scored or deflected by somebody in the circle, as you can't score outside of it. That one will be brought up there. Suffern will play it, and a penalty corner coming for the Mounties.
Let's go. Let's get on the board.
Penalty corner coming for Amy McNally, senior co-captain. Penalty corner is taken only about 8 yards left of the goal, and then they play it 6 players up there compared to the 4. And then that one will just be wide, as that was a nice save, number 2 of the game for Jamie Schiff, and a great scoring chance besides the first goal that was disallowed because of the high stick by Liz Trojan. The best scoring chance for Suffern, as 2:15 remains in the first half. Suffern and Mamaroneck, as the Tigers are leading 3-0. Mamaroneck, the defending Class A champion, lost last year in the regional final. Winner of Class A gets a bye in the regional final, but winner of this game will play in the the sectional final. Defending section champ Mamaroneck will look to get back there, play either Mayapack or Greeley at Brewster on Thursday. 1:35 to go. As Side knocks it down. That was Karen's side. And Kimmy Chaparelli knocks it forward. Ellie's side went after it, knocked it away. Free hit. And a huge hit there. And it hit as Padilla hit it forward, and it hit Gracie Fitzgerald, who winced in pain but was able to walk it off, and she's okay, so that was good to see. So that was a hard hit by Padilla that hit Gracie Fitzgerald, and Kimmy Chaparelli played it forward, but it went out. Free hit. Suffern will look to play it quickly, as they want another scoring chance before the end of the half, but Karen's side would like one from Mamaroneck to add to their lead. Stop there was Karen side. Free hit coming the 20-yard line for Sophie Depon. Played forward. Madeline was her sister who played field hockey a couple of years ago. She was a very good player as well. Played forward by Suffern. 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Played up by Karen's side. Maybe one last chance here from Mamaroneck. Towards the box, towards the circle, cleared by Suffern. And Mamaroneck will have to hurry 5 seconds here as they will play it. And Chaparelli towards the box will go out. Free hit for the Mounties as we end the first half 0-0, and we will 3-0, and we will be back with the second half here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports after a great halftime show by the Force, celebrating their 30th anniversary this year. Special performance here at halftime. As we'll play it forward, will the Tigers looking to add to their 3-0 lead. I clarified with the book at the half. I was right. Karen's side scored the first goal. Heather Gardner had the second, but on the assists, Lizzie Clark did not assist one of Heather Gardner's goals as that was unassisted. And Ellie's side and Karen's side Karen's side just had one assist. Ellie's side had one as well. That one goes towards the goal and saved there by Alyssa Sanchez, number 10. So 2 goals by Heather Gardner, 1 goal by Karen's side, 2 assists. Actually, just 1 assist each for Ellie and Karen's side, and 2 saves. Jamie Schiff, 10 for Alyssa Sanchez. As it'll be played up. And it'll be a free hit coming for the Mounties here. Stolen by Lizzie Clark. As Clark makes a nice move. I thought Clark had an assist on the goal by Gardner, but the book said she did not. So that one played by the side twins to one another. Karen's side got it from Ellie. Penalty corner coming. 28-35 to go in regulation. Mamaroneck and Suffern. Winner will play the winner of number 2 Mayapack, number 3 Greeley. Mamaroneck the 1 seed, Suffern the 4. They played first game of the season. Mamaroneck won 8-0 here at Mamaroneck, and as that one will be played to side. Redirected by Ellie's side. What a goal! As Karen's side passes to Ellie's side, and Mamaroneck leads 4-0. So Ellie's side has a goal and an assist now, and as Ellie's side scored that one, and 2 assists and a goal for Karen's side. It's the second time that Alyssa Conklin's done that, but went out basically almost bouncing it. One of those trick shots you sometimes see golfers do when they dribble the ball in the club. That one will be played forward there. Apparently it's totally legal in field hockey. And that one will be played. Some other plays aren't legal, so some interesting rules in the field hockey sport, and that'll be a collision there. Accidental. And tripped up there, drawing the foul was Kimmy Chaparelli, and I'm sure her father, Mike Chaparelli, was proud of that play. As he's getting ready for his hockey season, asked him last game how the hockey team looked. He said, very good, very good. Always a great interview. Kimmy was a good interview last week too when we interviewed her. That one will hit Gardner. And a turnover by Suffern. They had the free hit, but they hit it too hard and it hit Gardner. And it'll be a free hit. Still call it back, will the official, to the 30 for Karen's side with 3 minutes, 15 seconds gone by. And that'll be Sophie Depon who will take the free hit, the captain. Stolen by Suffern. And free hit for them now. That one will be played forward. And it'll go towards the circle. This Trojan chased it, but Greer Thielander got there first and hit it out for a free hit for Suffern, far side of the field. Suffern will have it now. Here comes the free hit from the Mounties. They're looking to get on the board here. Suffern will play it forward, intercepted. Kick against Lizzie Clark. It looked like she stole it, so Suffern will get it back, and Padilla will play it forward. Deflected by Mamaroneck, and a long corner coming for Suffern, first of the second half here on LMC Varsity Sports. You're watching second straight field hockey playoff semifinal, as you just watched Ryeneck and Pauling, excuse me. It's been a long day, as we've done both games. As that one will be played by Suffern, still in the circle. And that one close to the goal now, and a penalty corner won by Suffern.
Let's go, let's go! Let's go.
That one will be played by Suffern. They'll have it now, but enough time for the defense to come charging in, and a free hit coming for Suffern at just a couple yards outside the circle here, as we are 6 minutes into this second half. 2:30 minutes in regulation. That one will be redirected. 2 saves in a row, and Jamie Schiff made 2 very nice saves there. Most we've seen her tested all season here on LMC Varsity Sports, as she has 4 saves. Alyssa Sanchez has 10 for Suffern, but first game we saw Jamie Schiff and the backup goalie, Charlotte Mackey, had no shots taken on him against Ursuline. Then against Lakeland, she made 1 save and gave up 1 goal. And then last game against Ossining, she made 1 or 2 saves. Now she's made 4. So Suffern has tested her, but she's come and made all the possible saves. As this one will be played by Alyssa Conklin towards the circle, knocked away by Greer Thielander for a free hit, as Mamaroneck is led by ten seniors. Once again she tries, as that was played there by Alyssa Conklin. 10 seniors on Mamaroneck. As that one will be stolen by Lizzie Clark, and a foul on Suffern. As Tigers will bring it up now. Actually, 9 seniors on Mamaroneck. All start but 2. Free hit coming for the Mounties. Sydney Padilla played it up. Stolen by DePon though, and Mamaroneck will push it forward. The 4-goal lead. 22 minutes to go here. Foul on side. Padilla will hit it once and now play it forward. She tapped it forward and then played it. And it'll be a free hit for Mounties. Timeout. Mamaroneck coach John Savage. 21:44 to go. Regulation 4-0 Mamaroneck. We'll be right back next here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports following the first timeout taken by Coach John Savage from Mamaroneck. They'll play it. You have to have the ball to call a timeout. So the team who calls a timeout always has it coming out of the timeout. And there'll be a free hit for Suffern here. Bright green ball. As that one will be picked up and played forward. Once again, and a foul there. First one called against Alyssa Conklin. As they're using a bright green ball. Easier to see with the lights. But at the Mamaroneck game they used an orange colored ball, I believe. Yeah, different colored depending on the circumstances here in field hockey. Redirected, saved there by Sanchez, kicked away, and number 11 for her. Suffern, very good record for a 4 seed, 14-3-1, one loss. One of those losses, 14 wins, 3 losses, and a tie. One of those 3 losses came against Mamaroneck, first game of the season, 8-0. But it was 2 months ago too, September 3rd. Much different Suffern team as they won. They haven't lost. I think Kimmy Chaparelli told us they won like 14 of 15 since then, which makes sense. And then I think it might have been their second game on Mamaroneck's first. This one will be played toward the goal, stolen by Suffern. They're looking to get on the board here. As that one will be played and intercepted by Suffern. Mamaroneck had it, and they'll play it forward. Will Dapon. Stolen by Suffern. Dapon loses it. Free hit and dribbled up on the free hit. Stolen there by Amy McNally. McNally will fall and draw a foul, and nearly played it and would have hit the Lizzie Clark who went after, but she stopped and Clark was able to pull back and no damage done there. And it'll be a free hit for the Tigers, 18:50 to go here at Mamaroneck High School Memorial Field on election night. LMC has round-the-wall coverage. Their big special is election night coverage. Community sports producer Rob Moretti knows a lot about that. And that one will be brought toward the box, and it'll have to be kicked away by Sanchez, but it is kept in to the circle. Shot is knocked around and cleared to Suffern as Amy McNally has a lot of open space. Dapon waiting for her to come. McNally deciding how to play it, and she'll get by Dapon. But Dapon will get her stick out, and it'll stop the play, and Dapon will commit a foul. Penalty corner coming. Suffern's fourth in this half. 18 minutes to go in regulation here. Amy McNally will take it. Suffern looking to get on the board on this penalty corner. McNally will play it toward the circle. That'll be cleared by Mamaroneck. So that penalty corner is awarded by Mamaroneck, and no shot was taken by the Mounties here. Free hit coming for Kimmy Chaparelli. She'll just look to get it across midfield, and she will use that hard softball swing to get it to the 45 where Suffern will have it. And that one was mishit there. Suffern. And it went out. Free hit for the mounting Sydney Padilla. This one who mishit the last one. She won't take this one. That one was stop foul against side. Side retreats after committing the foul. Played up by Amy McNally. Gets by Sydney Padilla, and it'll go up for Suffern to play it. Riley Mallett will play it up. And it'll go out for a free hit for the Tigers. As we are 45 seconds from approaching the midway point of this second half. And Lizzie Clark will have it now. She gets some help there from Gardner, who has the second and third goal of the game. As Ellie's side had the fourth, Karen's side had the first. And Coach Savage shouts out strategy here. We played by Depon. Depon will rattle it twice. That one's in the circle. Lizzie Clark is there, and she'll kick it, so it'll be a free hit for Suffern as we cross the midway point of the second half. 45 minutes gone by in the total game, just 15 remaining. And as Mamaroneck is 15 minutes away from getting back to the sectional title as they look to get there and repeat as the sectional champions. As that one will go out, free hit coming for Suffern as they try to get one by Jamie Schiff, who has 4 saves in this one, most saves she's made all season in the game. Long corner coming by Suffern. It'll go out, and they'll have a free hit again. Alyssa Conklin. And that one will be played by Suffern towards the goal. It'll go out off of Mamaroneck. Free hit for Suffern. Neither team made any subs yet, but that one will be a timeout called by Coach Gabby Soma as from Suffern, and Mamaroneck will go into the timeout with a 4-goal lead with 13:43 to go in regulation. We'll be right back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, 13:40 to go following the timeout, and that one will go in untouched as that goal will not count for Sydney Padilla and Suffern, and it remains 4-0. So that one came out from the 30 on that free hit, and nobody touched it. And smart play by Jamie Schiff, because if you kick that away, if you're Schiff, you could give them a rebound chance instead of just letting it go.
Go Tigers!
Which came into play in the first goal at Rhinebeck, as in the game earlier, looked like Rhinebeck goalie should have just let it go because the girl was outside the circle, but instead she kicked it and gave the team a rebound, and they were able to score their first goal of the game. So, but a nice play by Schiff there to not make that one the case. And as this one is played forward by Mamaroneck, intercepted by Suffern. Depon will play it again. So that one will go towards the goal left of Schiff. So that Rhinebeck goalie was Julia Gutterman. Rhinebeck had a very good season now. Mamaroneck 16-1. Mamaroneck finished their season 12-4-2. So a good season by both Mamaroneck school field hockey teams. As this one will be played forward by the Mounties here. Free hit coming for them with 11:50 remaining. Free hit again for Suffern.
Let's get one.
Lizzie Clark plays it forward, looking for Ellie Side. Ellie Side brings it up. Now her teammates join her. She knows where her sister is at all times, looking for her, but it's intercepted by Suffern. Ellie and Karen have great chemistry, and a lot of as Sophie Despont brings it up. A lot of that was Grace Heather Gardner who intercepted that one. Ellie Side looking for Clark. Clark's almost saved it, but it went out. And free hit coming for the Mounties here with 10:50 remaining. Karen Side nearly intercepted it, played it forward to Riley Mallet. Mallet on the far side. Will have a free hit now. And giving Suffern a chance to push up to get forward on this hit. Mallet will take it. Mallet, a junior. That one will be played by
That's it, Grace.
Gracie Fitzgerald. Suffern will bring it here. They'll play it backwards as we hit the 10-minute
Outside.
remaining mark here in the second half.
Challenge.
Nice ball. Good job. Go, let's go. Nice ball. Go, Sid.
So that one will be free hit coming for the Mounties, cleared by the Mamaroneck defense. So that one will be played towards the 20, intercepted though by Ellie Side, and she will calmly play it forward, which is good for Mamaroneck as she'll just take some time off the clock. As Coach Savage calls out a play for Heather Gardner, who has 2 goals already, and played back to Emma Spitz, and she'll play it forward. Towards the goal, kicked away by Sanchez. This is Sanchez, save number 12. And that one will be a penalty corner for the Tigers with 8:20 left in regulation. Mamaroneck 3 goals in the first half, 1 in the second. Early on in the second. Also scored early on in the game as well. That one played on the penalty corner, and the shot is stopped by the Suffern defense. Back out, redirected, and that one will go wide. Another save there by Sanchez. Number 13 for Sanchez, and Suffern.
Here we go, Tigers. Come on.
Heather Gardner will get it.
Keep hustling, right?
As Gardner and the Side twins are the nominees for our post-game interview. You'll just have to stick around and find out who we choose to interview right after the game here on LMC Varsity Sports. As that one will be played by the Mounties. one of the better nicknames of all high school teams, the Mounties. A hunter would like his kids to play for a school called the Mounties, you know, because he's mounting all the accomplishments and stuff. So that one will be brought forward as Suffern continues to push forward, looking for first goal of the game for them. Savage still yelling out encouragement as there'll be a illegal play there by Kimmy Chaparelli as she swung out of her shoes on her softball swing like field hockey swing. So that's what she told us. She basically swings the field hockey stick like she's playing softball. She told us that when we interviewed her last week because she's playing for Iona in softball, but she's played softball before field hockey, so that's how she developed her field hockey long hit.
Right up!
But there it was not legal. Lizzie Clark gets it, plays it to side towards the circle. Karen side, kicked away by Sanchez, but a foul against Mamaroneck. Sanchez, 14 saves. Schiff has 4, 2 more shots on either goalie, and both teams will combine for 20 shots on goal here with 5:30 to go. Those are unofficial shots, but they look like what the action in front of me, by my count at least, is that one will go to Depon. Depon will play it in the circle, and it'll go to the side, and a lift of foul against Karen's side, and it'll go against the Tigers with 5:05 remaining in this one. That one will go out. Free hit coming for the Tigers. Quick turnaround as I have to play just in 2 days as opposed to 4-day rest. They won their quarterfinal against Ossining 6-0. And they played on, that was on last Thursday, today's Tuesday. Then they'll have to only have tomorrow, and then they'll be in the final. So after their last regular season game was 10 days before their first postseason game. So a very lopsided schedule for Mamaroneck. This one will be played by Suffern as they continue to push it ahead. That one looking for Liz Trojan will go out for a free hit far side of the field with 4:10 to go. That one will be played and intercepted by Suffern. And one will go towards the circle, and a penalty corner for one by Liz Trojan. Suffern looks to score the first goal against Mamaroneck in the playoffs, but only the 4th goal of the season will it be if they're able to. They gave up 1 goal 3 times, 1 goal, nothing, heartbreaking loss to Lakeland, their only loss. 1 goal against Rye and 1 against Darien. Shot there, and Schiff came out to defend it. Stopped by Ellie Side, foul on Suffern, and Schiff has the shutout intact. It'll be played up by
Go to the ball, girls!
Mamaroneck.
Go, Blue! Pressure!
Suffern will play it forward. Mamaroneck will play it forward. Intercepted by the Mounties and intercepted by Chaparelli. She'll play it towards Lizzie Clark. Penalty corner won by Clark, 2:30 remaining. And Mamaroneck will have a penalty corner coming. Riley Malik comes out for Suffern. And that one will be played side to Chaparelli with the rip, redirected by Clark and Fitzgerald. And side was in there, but it went wide, and it'll be another penalty corner with 1:50 left. Actually, it'll be a long corner was the call. That one will be taken by Gardner. Gardner plays it to Greer Thielander. Depon will handle it. She'll be chased by the sprinting Amy McNally. Depon will elude her, played by Emma Spitz toward the goal, and it'll stay in. Good circle, save there by Gardner. Cleared for a second by Suffern. Stayed in, and that hit by Karen's side will go out for a free hit with 1:15 remaining as Mamaroneck with the win will advance to play either Mayapack or Greeley playing right now. Hopefully can get you a score before this telecast is over, but don't have one at the moment as it'll be played forward by the Tigers, and this one will be a penalty corner with 52 seconds left as side will take it. Suffern. This total there will have cut the deficit in half from the first one. Aside plays it towards Depon. Depon to Karen's side. Karen's side to Ellie's side. Deflected. Clark had it, but she kicked it. 25 seconds to go. Suffern. First time these two played. Suffern lost 8-0 2 months ago, and right now half of the total will be 4. So it's cut it in half. And did a good job. They only lost 1-0 in the second half, did Suffern. Mamaroneck only scored 1 second half goal. We'll talk to John Savage about that. I'm sure that's something he'll not be happy with. We'll want to improve on. And it'll be the final whistle will sound, and Mamaroneck will advance as the players will swarm around goalie Jamie Schiff after a 4-save shutout. Alyssa Sanchez had 14 saves for Suffern, and Suffern will finish their season 14-4-1, so a very good season for them. Mamaroneck improves to 17-1, and they're 4-0. Goals scored. They win 4-0. Goals scored by Karen and Ellie's side. Karen's side had 2 assists. Ellie had an assist as well, and Heather Gardner had 2 goals for Mamaroneck. So when we get back, we'll have player interviews and interview with Coach Savage, and then I will wrap this one up as Mamaroneck wins 4-0, and they advance to the final to play either Mayapack or Greeley. We'll be right back here with interviews on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here with co-captain Heather Gardner, and Heather, you had 2 goals today. What was it like for you in the semifinal score 2 goals?
Well, I think that my goals are very much implemented by my team, making great passes to me, and I was just finishing. I think today we should all be very proud of ourselves, and though they're my goals, I think that it was kind of a whole team thing. We all got the ball down the field and shared it very nicely today. Tell me about the Suffern team. Really improved a lot. You beat them 8-0 2 months ago. That was only the first game of the year, but today they looked pretty good. Yeah, they definitely came out with a lot of heart. We have to give them credit for that. They played an amazing game, but I think that we knew they were coming into it. We knew they improved a lot, and we didn't want to have that same feeling we felt 2 years ago when they beat us on our home field. So I think that we came out with the intensity like we never had before, and I think everyone on the team can honestly say they played one of the best games of this season. So even though Suffern, and we have to give it to them, they had an amazing game, and though the game didn't end in their favor, they did. Should be very proud of themselves. And Jamie Schiff, as your goalie, hasn't been tested that much this year, but today she was tested about almost the most she had all year, and she played very well. Talk about her game. Jamie played amazing. She is probably the heart of our team. She's so enthusiastic and so hyped, and she's very hard on herself. In this game, she did an amazing job. I mean, her saves are out of this world, and she needs to be so proud of herself. And I think that in practice, we've been hitting on her a lot, and she's had the practice, and it's the first game she's been tested, and I think she's a great future ahead of us as we move on. And lastly, heading into the sectional final, not sure who the opponent will be yet. What do you guys think about heading into another sectional final? We're very excited. We want this so badly. I think this team is so skilled, but we also have this huge desire to make it as far. And Coach has really got us hyped. We're so excited, and I think that we have a great future ahead of us, and that this will not be the end. Our next game will go far. I hope so. Back here on the post-game show with Coach John Savage. And Coach, it was a good win for you guys today in the semifinals. Tell me what you thought about today's game.
I thought this was the best game we played all year as far as 60 minutes of intensity, which we needed against Suffern because they came here to win the game, and they never let down. And if we had taken a step backwards That first goal that was disallowed was a good call because it was a high hit of a stick. But if a team scores the first goal, you never know which way it's going to head. But I think our kids stepped up to the plate. They didn't let things affect them. They played with 100% intensity for 60 minutes. We haven't done that all year. And, the score was 4-0, and it's a sectional game at a high level. And I was very happy with the way we played the game as far as a team.
And that was a turning point in the game because after that goal was disallowed, you didn't allow him to get a shot for another 10-15 minutes, and you guys scored a goal or two in that time. Tell me how that moment turned the game, and it was just in the first minute.
Right. Scoring and not scoring kind of shifts the momentum of the game, and it's a strange game. You could be up by 1 or up by 2, and all of a sudden your team scores a goal. Now it's 2-1. Now they can tie it up with one more. So scoring that first goal usually motivates my kids to come back and get another one quickly. Hopefully the other team's down a little bit, so now we teach them go after it even harder. Make believe you're down by 1 and go get the ball and put another one in, and that'll help us. And that's what they did today.
Heather told us how much they've improved at Suffern. You beat them by twice as much, 8-0, 2 months ago. In your opinion, how were they able to become such a different team, Suffern?
Well, I think a year of experience playing good teams, having the record they have. I'm sure they out-hustled a lot of people to the ball, and that was the difference. And they have kids that can finish in the circle. If you let them in your house too many times, they'll rob the whole house, leave, and say thank you very much. So we're a very good defensive team. We have several players who are all state and receive several awards for the defense. We've only allowed 3 goals all year to top quality teams, Lakeland, Darien, and Rye. So we're used to playing great defense, and I think today it showed today. They got in a couple of times, but I don't think they got a quality shot on goal in any of their corners.
And 2 days from now, you'll be playing for another sectional title. What do you think you'll have to do to win back-to-back section titles?
We just have to come out and play our game at 100% intensity. And with our skill and with our heart, I think we should be okay. And the other team's probably going to do the same thing. So you're looking at a whole different season when it comes to sectionals. Kids pick it up because they know it's win or go home. So it's a whole level of intensity, and some of the sophomores who come up are just, wow, this is different than even we had during the regular season. So you have to pick it up, and you have to be willing to go 100% the whole game. We didn't sub much today. We had a certain chemistry out there. It was going. I didn't want to ruin the chemistry, and the kids were playing, and some of the kids were, sucking it up and going out there and continuing to give 100%. So I'm very proud of them today. I'm very proud of the program and what they did today. 60 minutes of high-level field hockey.
Back here on the post-game show, Mamaroneck beats Suffern in the Class A semifinals 4-0. And Mamaroneck wins with goals from the side twins Ellie and Karen and 2 goals from Heather Gardner. Mamaroneck improves to 17-1, and they played very well, and Coach John Savage was very happy with his team's effort as they will advance to the final in 2 days, and they will play the winner of Greeley or Mayapack. A lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the Executive Director, Eric Boos. Associate Director is Matt Sullivan. Community Sports Producer is Mr. Rob Moretti. For our cameramen who did a great job, Kevin Warwick, Seth Rothman, and Rob Moretti. And for all of us here at LMC Varsity Sports, final score is Mamaroneck 4 and Suffern 0. And thanks so much for watching. I'm Troy McGraw once again saying have a great night and thank you.